Greetings, everyone. We're back once again. I'm Russ Hatfield, who is joined by my twin soul Kara, who's a higher dimensional member of Ashtar Command on Hades Base. This lesson on coercion is from Kiri through Mark Crocker and is called Coercion Ethics. In it, Kiri approaches the lesson on the ethics of coercion through a hypothetical issue that looks at both sides of why and why not to use that skill. She uses the example of an alcoholic parent and the decisions that would need to be taken to stop them drinking for the sake of the children, or then the question comes up of whether or not to allow karma to play out. She raises some interesting moral dilemmas. You can follow our online transcript at the link below or homepage, centerforascension.org. Please subscribe if you want at the end of this video to be alerted to future challenge sessions, editorials from Kara and myself, and lessons from the Center for Ascension. And now, coercion ethics.
Anyway, coercion.
Coercion.
Now, we've covered the moral ethics. Russ is probably sick and tired of me going over the moral ethics.
No, actually, they're quite handy to always get refreshed.
Okay, self-gratification is a no-no with coercion. For example, coercing some guy to come and join me for some fun. That's a no-no. Coercing somebody to do something that is beneficial to myself. That's a no-no. Coercing somebody to do something that is good for their health, it depends. It depends on whether or not it will subtract or add to their learning lesson. Okay, let's say that they need to learn in their life that drinking is going to kill them. Let us say I could coerce somebody to stop drinking. But they've got to learn that drinking will kill them, and they've got to stop on their own. If I stop them, they learn nothing. However, let's say that they're the sole supporter of offspring. If I coerce them to stop drinking, I am now affecting their children, who will continue to be able to function as a family. One is good, one is bad. By taking away a learning lesson, that is bad. But by protecting other people, by keeping them from learning that lesson, is good. So there's a moral dilemma there. Which do you do? Do you let them carry on in their own little world and destroy themselves and have to come to the conclusion, possibly when it's too late, that it's bad for them? Or do I intervene and coerce them to stop drinking? Which do I do? Which would you do, Russ?
I would basically convince them of the fact that the reality of the situation are that do they want a happy, long life? Do they want a short,
happy
sort of
life?
happy life? I mean, they have to look at, their responsibilities, and they've got to put them on a scale.
You haven't answered the question. The question is not how you stop them from drinking. Do you coerce them to stop drinking? Or do you not coerce them?
Well, that's the moral dilemma there, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for myself, I'd say, yes, I'd stop drinking. They've got kids.
Mm-hmm.
They've got, other people besides themselves to, be responsible for. Drinking isn't going to make that any better.
Mm-hmm.
And if I coerce them, they think they did it on themselves.
Okay. Riley. What do you think?
Kids are involved, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're destroying more than just one life if the kids are around an alcoholic parent.
Mm-hmm.
So, in deference to the indefensible, which are basically children,
Mm-hmm.
I believe that one should use coercion.
There actually is no correct answer. There is no answer. It is one of the questions that is posed to us, but it's actually using addiction to other things, not alcohol. But I changed it to suit the third dimension.
Right.
It is one that you have to justify yourself. That do you intervene? Now, the next level to that is maybe it's the children's purpose in life to learn how to deal with that situation, which makes it harder. When you have one person alone, do you interfere in an alcoholic's life to straighten them out on their path? Or is it something that they have to learn to deal with, to learn all the problems relating to alcoholism?
Well, we've addressed this problem numerous times, in numerous situations, with different scenarios every time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the most common thread we finally reached was the fact that if you do nothing, then that's what you're supposed to do. If you do something, then that's what you're supposed to do.
But it depends on each circumstance.
Right.
So the learning part is the important thing. The morals that come with coercion is making decision when to interfere. You can definitely say self-gratification is a no-no. It gets more difficult the further you progress into it. For example, the alcoholic. We've covered that. We've covered both the single alcoholic and the alcoholic responsible for other people. Let us say that the alcoholic now is somebody that you care about, somebody important in your life. Do you coerce that person to stop being an alcoholic?
I think you have to ask yourself the question, are you doing it for you or are you doing it for them?
Mm-hmm.